Hello, Aquarius, and thank you for joining me. We're going to do a general energy reading for you, see what is in the ether, what you need more information, guidance, and clarity on at this time. Please do remember to only go with what really, really resonates for you, and that no matter what is uncovered, discovered, or confirmed, you are the master of your fate and the captain of your soul. All right. While I am placing the 10 cards, please go ahead and center your energy. Take some deep breaths. And let's see if we can tap in for you, dear Aquarius. All right, may I have 10 best cards for our Aquarius, please? 10 best cards. Okay, look at you. So we have the Knight of Materials, Eight of Emotions, Chariot, Knight of Inspiration, the Empress, Ten of Voices, Two of Emotions, Four of Materials, look how your cards are coming out. Okay. And we also have Ace of Voices and then the Three of Materials. Okay. Let's hop, skip, jump to it. Starting now, there's the Knight of Materials. This is a situation that you have been working on or working through for quite a bit of time, dutifully and with a great commitment and consistency. It's been slow moving. With the Eight of Emotions here, you are teetering on the point of whether you should walk away from the situation as a whole or just certain aspects of it emotionally, just divest yourself from it, disassociate. Um, the Chariot is here where you are ready to move forward. Your everything intuitively is saying to you, it's time to get moving. It's time to pick up the pace because the Knight of Materials or Knight of Pentacles energy is is often seen as slow moving, but sometimes the Knight of Materials is definitely moving towards a specific goal or destination. Sometimes the pace is a trot, sometimes it's a gallop, sometimes it's a full out run. Okay. And so right about now, the Chariot is beckoning you to just, pick up the pace quite a bit here and get after it because where you've been stuck for a little bit of time and it may be that there's just nothing else to work through or work around. It's just time to face the facts that the decision you've made is the right one because it does feel like you've made that with this Knight of Inspiration here and then the Empress, and it's what's best. You're being guided um internally and externally. You've this it's been echoing to you for a while, like from your meditation, your prayer life, every if you're even being guided towards certain books, movies, things that are constantly saying back to you, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. This is perfect. This is exactly what's going on. Like it's been going on for a while now. With this Night of Inspiration, there is a bit of resistance in terms of you not wanting to give up on a situation. You're being a bit stubborn here. And there's some type of emotional connection or attachment to whatever it is that you really don't want to emotionally let go of a work. It's some type of nostalgia here. The Ten of Voices, though, which is Ten of Swords energy, can't keep falling on the sword. There, as much as you want to keep this person or thing in your life, it gives you a lot of mental back and forth, which creates doubt, and doubt creates our chaos and our demise. There's something about this situation that causes you to trip over yourself, or you find yourself embroiled in some type of drama with dealing with this particular situation or person. And it always ends up taking you off course in some type of way. It could be a hero type thing where you always jump in and save this person more often than not from themselves, or you feel like a protector of them in some sort of way, or you feel like you owe them something in terms of what you've achieved in your life. And if it wasn't for them, then XYZ. Well, it's a collaborative effort. They may be the inspiration, they may have opened some doors, but at the end of the day, you do the work, you show up, you do the commitment, you do everything. They may have afforded you a few opportunities, they may have watched your back, they may have paid some rent, they may have cut a check. But at the end of the day, you did the rest of the work. Unless, of course, this person is your absolute benefactor, that's different. But don't feel like that. And I've never known an Aquarius to do well with being kept. Not to say that that's not the case, but not generally. The Two of Emotions, Four of Materials, and the Ace of Voices. Um, you know that they love you. You love them. There's no argument there. However, Eight of Cups is here as well. Sometimes, what loves us doesn't is not good for us. What we love is not necessarily best for us. And this may be that type of situation of where it'll have to be, you're not going to not necessarily be friends, but you'll need to be distant friends. The Four of Materials is here of where when you are with them, you feel like there's something that you need to hold on to and protect in both directions. Both you want to hold on to them and keep them, and yet at the same time, you feel like your resources or all of you feel like you need to protect yourself when you deal with them in the environment. There's something that you, when they come around, as much as as happy as it is that you are to see them, you also are wondering, what do you need? What do you want? What's wrong? Right? The Ace of Voices is here where it's, you've reached a place of where you're able to rise above the emotional fog, okay? Emotional brain fog, and really see that while you love this person, they have a good heart, good spirit, they're fun, and all the vivacious things you love about them, practically, they're a liability. Their actions and their behaviors turn into liabilities for you. And it's becoming increasingly hard for you to overlook that. And that's because you're ascending, you're going higher with what your personal life and your public life, things are just improving for you. And as you're opening yourself up and you're getting into these new rooms and you're receiving these new energies and this new information and this knowledge and this wisdom and these skills, you realize that not only that, but you're sort of, you're surpassing your this person. You're leaving them in the dust of sorts, and they're not being inspired. They're not moving forward. They're fine to where they are. Essentially, they're not as ambitious to become better, not necessarily have more in terms of material successes, but just become more well-rounded, more curious, which you are naturally. You're free-spirited, curious. You want to learn things, you want to experience things, and this person is just not expanding in that way. And in order to keep them in your life, it means you have to go back a certain bit. And it's just too hard now to pull yourself between the two energies. It's too warring. The Three of Materials, though, is what you seek to do, which is try to find a happy medium and work with things. But that would involve them um, stepping up their game a bit. So let's see. What's going on with this Four of Materials energy? Seven of Cups. Emotional uncertainty. The Empress, please. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. Your opportunities, your stars on the rise. You're receiving a lot of blessings. Your vision board, if you will, you're seeing a lot of those visions become material in your life, or you're on the cusp of creating them, actually making them tangible in your life. Um, I just heard that they continue to talk about losses in some way. Like if you do get around them again, like that energy with that Four of Pentacles was that uncertainty of like, okay, what's this going to be about? What do you need? What do you want? And they expect you to kind of fill in the blanks a little bit for them. Eight of Cups on the Ten of Voices. Yeah, which is Ten of Swords energy. Again, you may have to move from them being in the inner circle to the outer circle. Okay. No longer like this. They're not doing anything, and this is where the challenge is. And I understand. I feel your heart. They're not doing anything wrong, right? There's nothing it's just a clash of energy. It's just you're in different spaces, and they have an expectation on you that you're going to fill in the gaps for them, right? They're essentially letting you do, again, you do a certain type of work and they benefit in terms of the material gains or the tangible things, but they're not doing the actual behind the scenes. They're not doing that. um, they want you to think things through for them, give them the answers. Well, you know better, and they may flatter you and say, "Well, I know you've dealt with this. What should I do?" And who, and if they need a job, they expect you to make the calls. I give an examples, like you make the call, you get them the interview, you basically get them the job, and then they just show up and maybe do well, maybe not, and then 6 months later they didn't make it or they couldn't do it, and then it's this constant cycle of you riding in and caping and saving them, and you're beginning to realize, like, you have no intention of improving yourself. Like, if you look back over the past 5 years of how you've been moving and how they've been moving, it may seem like they're moving parallel to you, but that's because you're bringing them with you. They're not doing it on their own. It seemed like they were walking along the path with you or walking parallel to you, but that wasn't the case. You were bringing them with you. You were kind of dragging them along, right? um Let's see. On this three of materials, please. Temperance and the Queen of Pentacles. hmm Just again, it's just time for them to become a distant friend. You don't have to throw the whole situation away. That's not necessary. Okay. Six of Cups is here. Sometimes when we let our friends go, our loved ones go a bit and leave them on their own about things and don't always answer the call and don't always jump in to save them, they learn to swim on their own. They move from being just treading water, doing the doggy paddle. Now they out there doing the Michael Phelps. You come back a year or two later because they have learned from you. They have soaked it up, but because they could always lean on you to do it, well, why do I have to do it when you can do it? You'll do it. You can make it's easier if you do it. But now, if you leave them to themselves a bit, now they're gonna have to do their Mr. Miyagi, wax on, wax off, show me paint through fist, bap, bap, bap. All of a sudden, they putting all them moves together because they have been a good student. Then they're like, "Oh, I could do this myself." So you've done your part, okay, Sensei. Now the grasshopper got to get on out there and learn how to hop in the grass, okay? Because you got some other bigger fish to fry, and you need to be focused. 2025 is a 9 year, and nines are about fulfillment, idealism, and inspiration. You got to keep all those things in alignment for you to finish what's going on your vision board, for you to step up your game. And you can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't handle liabilities or no dead emotional weight. But again, not distant friends. Okay. Not no friends, just distant. Not don't mess with me, just at a distance. And let them develop. Okay. Let the picture come into clarity. Okay, so let's see here. Words of encouragement, please, for our Aquarius. Reflection. See all aspects of yourself through the reflection of the one who mirrors your hidden self. Magnificent. You are amazing, magnificent, and unique, but most importantly, you are enough. Wisdom. See your adversaries as opportunities to expand your spiritual light. All right, dear Aquarius, I appreciate you. Thank you for your time. Take care.